Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. Well, Indianapolis is continuing on an unprecedented run of convention sports and tourism success. Visit Indy's latest report shows a record 28.6 million visitors contributed some $5.2 billion in economic impact in 2016. And last year, Visit Indy booked close to 875,000 future group room nights, worth a projected $1 billion in future visitor spending. Let's not forget things like the NBA All-Star Weekend, College Football National Championship, Gen Con's extension, and more. And for more on those numbers and what's driving them, I'm pleased to be joined by Visit Indy CEO Leonard Hoops. As always, Leonard, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Gary.
I mentioned those numbers, a sixth straight year of record numbers, $5.2 billion in visitor spending, has a big impact, obviously. What's really driving these numbers?
Well, we've really done a good job over the past 40 years of just continually building a world-class product. Our brand is not elevated the way some of the other cities in the country are, but we're starting to get there. But if you think about the actual infrastructure we have, the Convention Center, Lucas Oil Stadium, Bankers Life Field House, the Hoosier Hospitality mixed in with that, the hotels that are all connected to the Convention Center, it's a really well thought out product, and that's what's really driving a lot of the business.
And if you look at the size of the Convention Center and the business that it drives, we're competing as a city against a lot of big-time players. So this is a very competitive environment where you're enjoying those successes.
Yeah, I mean, we were, back before the expansion, probably booking 400,000 or 500,000 room nights a year, which is the key metric we look at. We're now pushing 800,000 to 900,000 consistently. 4 years in a row, we've booked somewhere near around 900,000 room nights. Very
quickly, the impact on jobs, I think, goes perhaps underreported or underappreciated, but how many jobs are really generated there?
Well, this industry right now is creating about 80,000 full-time equivalent jobs for central Indiana, which is an amazing number. You think about the $5.2 billion in economic impact. We're very excited, obviously, for the chance to have an Amazon HQ2 here in Indy, and they're talking about investing $5 billion over the course of several years. Tourism brings $5.2 billion to Indianapolis and central Indiana every year, and it supports those 80,000 jobs.
Great. 2017 was an important year, too. Those previous numbers in 2016. But news of the NBA All-Star Game weekend, the 2022 College Football National Championships, how important are really big marquee events like that?
Obviously, the economic impact of them is wonderful, but those kinds of events have legacies beyond the economic impact of the spending that happens in the weekend, the TV coverage you get, the media exposure, the brand building capabilities of them. We're going to have quite a run from December of 2020 until January of 2022 because we're going to get a Big Ten football championship. You're going to get the NBA All-Star Game in February of 21, NCAA Men's Final Four, April of 21, and Indy 500, another Big Ten championship, and then college football playoff winding it all up next January.
Yeah, quite a run. Well, I should mention also nonstop flights and the impact they have. I know Visit Indy was very involved in a number of areas, including the nonstop to Paris. But also nonstops are at a record level at the airport. How important is that to the convention business directly?
It's very important. When I got here in 2011, we had no nonstops to San Francisco. We had one, I think, 4 or 5 day a week to LA, nothing to Seattle, no transatlantic certainly. I can't say enough about what the airport authority, what IEDC and the chamber are all doing, working along with ourselves to make this happen. We now have 2 nonstops to Seattle, 3 to San Francisco, 3 to LA, and of course the Paris nonstop.
All right, let's talk about going forward, keeping up with that growth. Does the convention center need to grow more? Will there be another major downtown hotel?
We've been studying this really closely the last couple of years, and we've done both a hotel demand analysis and a space optimization study of the convention center. And what we found is that while the Maryland Street side, the North Campus, if you will, from the JW up to the Westin and that part of the convention center is doing really well, the South Campus along Capitol needs more hotel rooms and more ballroom space, and that's what we're looking to do next.
You got requests for information out right now. So this hotel, big hotel, could be 800 to 1,000 rooms. Seems as though it's moving forward.
Yeah, the CIB has put out an RFI, and they're looking for responses by March 1st. So I think in March, April, we'll have a pretty good idea of what the developer interest is in this and what our future looks like there.
All right, very good. Leonard Hoops, the CEO at Visit Indy. Thanks for joining us. More record numbers on tourism. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right.